Hi, and welcome to another edition of Between Sundays. And we are finishing up chapter 3 this week of Ecclesiastes, of looking at wisdom and about enjoyment, of how do we find that joy. And so these are verses 16 through 22 for us today. I saw something else under the sun. In the place of justice, there was wickedness. And in the place of what was right, there was wickedness again. I thought to myself, God will judge both righteous and wicked people because there's a time for every matter and every deed. I also thought where human beings are concerned, God tests them to show them that they are but animals because human beings and animals share the same fate. One dies just like the other. Both have the same life breath. Humans are no better off than animals because everything is pointless. All go to the same place. All are from the dust. All return to the dust. Who knows if a human being's life breath rises upward while an animal's life breath descends into the earth? So I perceived that there was nothing better for human beings but to enjoy what they do because that's what they're allotted in life. Who really is able to see what will happen in the future? So there's a few things that are happening here. One is, I saw something else under the sun. In the place of justice, there was wickedness. So that sense, he gets into that little bit of black and white, not eliminating of the gray of the world, but to show the variety, right? Justice is love in action. Justice is something that is used in the Bible often when talking about the oppressed, when talking about helping those who struggle, when those who need help, justice is often used. So to think of that as love in action in this case. And on one side, there is love in action, and on the other side, there is this wickedness. There is this wrong action, this sense of hate, this sense of what is detrimental to people and others. And then it also makes this point of one dies just like the other. Both have the same life breath, that sharing of that commonality. So with this sense of what we do we have justice? Is there wickedness? What is it that we do with our actions? There's also this sense of how do we understand how we are connected? Not just to each other. All humans breathe. That important thing of breath. Especially right now as we've been focusing upon breath, when somebody takes someone else's breath. But how we all share that. We are all in need of it. There's a connection. And then Kohelet even draws a connection here to animals that live and breathe. So he's trying to draw a connection to all of creation, everything that happens in this world, and understanding what is the point of our life. All go to the same place, all are from dust, all return to dust. That sense of we're all going to live and we're all going to die, so what are we going to do with the breath that we have? Will we look to justice of love in action? Are we going to look to wickedness? And then he ends with this. So I perceived that there was nothing better for human beings but to enjoy what they do because that's what they're allotted in life. Who really is able to see what will happen in the future? That sense of really paying attention that as we are all connected in the breath that we breathe, not just to other humans, but also to all of creation. That sense of what are we doing with the breath that we have. And that we've got to remember that before, when we talked about joy, that there was this connection to God, of understanding that connection of what we do, and that when we are in God, when we are looking at the connections that we have, the actions that we take, that when we are living a particular way, it is much easier to be able to find and settle ourselves in joy. And that the things that we do, the way that we connect with one another, have a direct impact upon us finding joy. Human beings, but to enjoy what they do because that's what they're allotted in life. When we are focused upon justice of love in action, when we are focused upon God, when we are focused upon using our actions not just to better ourselves, but also to lift others up, that then we begin to be able to find some joy in this world. Because all of us will live and die, of course, at different times. All of us will have different lifespans, but to understand, just as we talked about a little bit last week, is our life, are we leaving this place better than what it was? And here it's, you know what? When we are in that mode of leaving this place better than it was, of building up, of doing good, of love in action, of justice, that then we may be able to enjoy what is around us just a little more. When we are connected to God, we may find just a little more joy in our lives. So I leave you with that this week, of how will we understand our connection, of how will we do love in action, of justice for all people. How will we do that? How will we love? How will we enjoy the world around us? Because we're all connected. Every human being, all of creation, we are all connected. And so if we are working towards bringing about something better, about using our hands to do that good, we might just find a little more joy in our lives. Have a good one.